Hey guys, back here with another video. Who's back here with another video? It's the one and only AJ Bodie. Yeah, that's your boy. Thank you so much for 60 subs. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. If you guys haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the like button and comment down below. What is your favorite anime or movie or TV show? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's just get straight into the video and say PTSD is one of the worst fucking things you could possibly have. Why? Because when you look at it, why don't you want to do something? Why don't you want to do it? Just think about it. Why don't you want to go to work? Because of all the bad shit that happened at work, you're thinking to yourself, there's no point, because I'm not going to have any reward when I go to that work. I'm not really feeling like doing that, because it's not working for me. It's not working for me. I'm not being edified. I'm not being seen. I'm not being rewarded for my hard work. And that's what PTSD is. You keep on doing something over and over and over again. You get traumatized, you get PTSD, and you have post-traumatic stress disorder. So say, for example, you go to work in a place that you hate, or you like it, but then you start to hate it, and then you can't leave, and you get stuck. That shit gives you PTSD. The only way to get away from that is to actually get away from it. For example, okay, like I said before in my previous videos, there's two types or two forms of, or anything can trigger your PTSD, but usually there's two forms. You have the physical world, and then you have the people and living creatures. For example, you could hear a noise. Oh fuck, this is a whole spider web, what the fuck? Anyway, for example, you could hear a noise or something, like Ellie from The Last of Us 2 when the fucking barn door shuts on her, and she starts getting PTSD of you know who's deaf, and she's like, oh fuck, oh fuck, you know, she can't handle that. The second thing is a person, and of course PTSD doesn't have to be so dramatic to the point where you're like, I can't deal with it, I can't deal with it. It could be very minor, and it could trigger something. There's that feeling you get from looking at that thing. For example, if you're stuck under a boss or a dad or an authority figure or your legal guardian, if you're stuck under them and you know you can't really do anything, you can't really talk to them freely, you feel stuck, you can't be yourself around them, every time you see them, your PTSD will get triggered. You'll be like so motivated, right? You'll be in your room, so motivated, so ready to do everything, so ready to take on the world. And then you'll hear your dad open the door, his door. You'll hear him coming downstairs, and all of your motivation that you just built up, gone. Why? Because as soon as you hear something that reminds you of him, as soon as you see him, as soon as you look at something that reminds you of him, you get triggered. It gets triggered. Your PTSD gets triggered. And then you lose all of your motivation. Like, for example, you're gonna go work out. You're like, yes, I feel so motivated. And then that PTSD gets triggered because you hear that noise, or you see him, or you can smell his scent, or you just feel his presence. And you're just like, okay, well, I don't actually have any motivation to do this. I don't know why I was gonna do this. It's sad, but that's just the reality of it. And that's how a lot of people are. they will literally shoot themselves in the foot because they'll work at a job that they hate, but every single, like for example, let me just give you another example really quickly, okay? You work at a job, a company for years. You work at a job or a company for like 5 years, and there's this manager, first manager, let's just call him the store manager. Let's just say you work in like retail or something. He's a store manager and he's there for 1 year. Cool. He gives you some bad news like, oh, you're not performing correctly, or oh, you're not doing your job like how we want you to, or we need you to do better, or you get into trouble, you're not doing your job at all. And that kind of messes with your head because they're using manipulation tactics to make you work for them harder. Even if you are working hard, they want you to work harder and harder and harder, and they will not stop until you grinded your soul away. So you're like, okay, I can do better. I'll do better, okay? I can do better. They leave. They left all of that trauma and they're gone. They're not even there anymore. You don't even see them. You'll never see them again. You left all that trauma. For what? You're like, okay. Second manager, store manager comes. Totally different dude. Totally different race. He's white. The other guy was black. This guy's white. You're like, okay. He's totally different. There's no problem here. Same thing. More PTSD. So you kind of merge all the store managers together in your mind that you think they're all the same because they give off the same authority figure vibes. They give off the same bullshit, or they tell you the same bullshit speech that they cooked up, the same bullshit lie that they cooked up in the fucking oven, and they'll just say the same thing to you. Well, we want you to do this instead of that. Oh, well, you want like, no, you want a raise? You gotta work hard for it. You're already working hard? Work harder, and then we'll talk, okay? The problem with that is they don't actually know if you're doing a good job or not. They ask around. They don't care because they have to run a store. They're burnt out as well. They are burnt out from their higher ups. So then you're like, okay, well, first store manager told me that I was trash. Second store manager also told me that I was trash and I need to work harder. Okay, I'll do that. So you work very hard. You're like, okay, well, I'm gonna make sure that I leave a good impression on the third store manager. Third store manager is Korean. You're like, okay, he's Korean. That's fine. That's fine. He's gonna be totally different. He's gonna be totally different. Like he's a totally different race. There's no way he's gonna be the same as the black guy, the white guy. He's totally different. He's a Korean guy. He's gotta be cool, man. He's like, let's say Korean. Let's just say Asian. Let's just change it to Asian. He's like, why didn't you do your job properly? And I'm like, fuck. What? I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? He's like, you should do better at your job. I'm like, huh? All this right here. I do everything properly. He's like, yeah, you do an amazing job. You're actually really good at your job. So what is the problem? What is the problem? Well, we just want to see a bit more from you. Huh? What did you just say? We just want to see you go above and beyond. Fuck no. This is the third store manager now. You're telling me to go above and beyond, and I'm fucking working my ass off. I'm fucking putting in the work. You are. But we just want to see a bit more. Just a little bit more. Fourth store manager comes. Let's just say he's a Hispanic or something. Yeah, there you go, Hispanic. You're like, okay, everything's good. You know, every single store manager, they're all cool. They were all cool. They're all cool. Maybe one or two of them were shit, but you know, one of them was cool. Two of them were cool. The Hispanic is like, look, you're doing a really good job, but we need you to work really hard. We need you to work the hardest you possibly could in your entire life. You're like, fuck me. Hispanics are really good with working. They're really good at doing that shit, bro. That's why they fucking do construction and shit. They're really good. They're too good at that shit. Like, they're fucking, I can't keep up with you. You're like, well, your best is not my best. So my best is all the way up here and your best is all the way down here. So we need you to work harder and harder and harder and harder and burn your fucking soul away. Huh? Huh? They're like, well, don't you know, like, if you want more money, you have to work harder. It's like, I'm already working so hard. I'm already burnt out. I'm already not getting what I need from you guys. It's like, okay, well, you can, like, what do you want us to do? It's like, fuck off then. I'm just gonna quiet quit. What is quiet quitting? Not doing above and beyond job. Just doing the bare minimum so you don't get fired. At this point, you just want to straight up be like, ¿Dónde está la caja? Oh, right here, thank you. I'm gonna take all my shit, put it in here, and get the fuck out of here. Because you know what? This isn't worth it. It's not worth it. And now you have PTSD. That's how PTSD works. And now you're thinking to yourself, the fifth manager is gonna do the same thing to me. I wanted a raise. I want these things. I want to be recognized. I want to be appreciated. But they're not appreciating me. So it's like, okay, all those 4 other ones, trash. The 5th one's trash too. And then it turns out the 5th one is actually really nice. They actually work with you on shit. They actually care so much. And they're like, hey, I know that this company does work you to the bone, but I'm gonna try to take the slack off, or I'm gonna take some of the slack and pick it up, okay? You don't have to work that hard. All I need you to do is I need you to do your job, that's it. I don't need you to do 3 jobs at once. I need you to do your job, that's fine, okay? If you want a raise, ask me, it's good. You already work at this company. You're already putting in the effort. You're already serving us. But at this point, you've already built up your PTSD to right here. You're like, oh shit, fuck, I don't trust this guy. Fuck you. You're trying to, like, you're playing me. This is a trap. You're playing me. I'm not doing this shit. Fuck you. Either you'll fucking explode at him, you'll trust him again, or you just won't talk to him. You're like, nah, I'm good. I'm okay. This is some trap or something. I'm good. And then that's how your PTSD works. You don't try again. You won't want to try again. Like, for example, you go to the gym, you see no progress, you've already built PTSD up. You see no progress whatsoever, or your progress wasn't good enough, and you're like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm just gonna leave. It's fine. Every time you'll see a weight, you'll be like, just thinking about how you're such a failure. And you just don't want to do it no more. But there's a way over this. You're like, what? So for one, you could create your own job. You could create your own destiny. You could say fuck you to the system. And you could actually put in the hard work for yourself. I am not against hard work, okay? What I am against is hard work for somebody else, for a company that doesn't care about you. Do whatever you can do for a company. If you work, of course, you're gonna have to do whatever your job requires you to do, but do not break yourself doing that. You can break yourself for yourself. What? If you want, you can go work out right now. Totally destroy your totally destroy your muscles. Go above and beyond for yourself, right? Go above and beyond for yourself. You know, you're working out and now you're fucking fried. You're like, oh, fuck, my fucking bones hurt. Oh, I feel so sore. Oh, my muscles hurt. I pushed myself so hard. But that's an ROI for yourself. That's a return on investment for yourself. You're building the muscle. You're putting in the work for yourself. You're respecting yourself. But when you fucking put in so much effort over at work and you get nothing for it, and now they just left you, that's like me saying like if I were a woman or something, right? And some guy takes care of me and like he fucking abuses me too, and he also like fucking gets me pregnant, I have like fucking 10 kids or something, and then he just leaves. Do you understand why women are the way they are right now? It's because men do that shit. So now women have to be independent. They have to be independent for themselves. Also, this world sucks and inflation is going up. But they just leave you. These authority figures, these, legal guardians, they leave you. They leave you. Do not fucking, like I'm telling you right now, you have to be able to carry yourself through life. You have to be completely independent from everything. Your boss, you gotta be independent from him. You cannot listen to your boss. If it does not align with your destiny, with your goals, fucking cut him off. If your dad is saying, well, you can't, what's your goal? Well, I wanna get a six-pack. Yeah, no, that's not happening. That's too dangerous, can't do it. What? If you're lifting weights in your room and your dad's like, you can't lift weights in the room, you're gonna fucking damage the floor. Fuck you, I'm gonna do it anyway. Watch me. It doesn't align with my path. I'm gonna do what I fucking need to do. You know what being a man is? When somebody tells you you can't do something, fucking spit in their face and say, fuck off, bitch. You know why? Because if you don't do that, then they're just gonna fucking push you over and you're not gonna be able to do it. And then you're gonna be a little bitch, you're gonna be fucking cucked. You're gonna have a wife, someone's gonna fucking come in the door, and you're gonna be like, who are you? And he's gonna be like, oh, I'm here to fuck your wife. And he's gonna start fucking your wife. Do you want that? No. You're gonna be like, okay, well, I'm like, no, I'm gonna possess you, fucking take that guy, throw him off. Start beating the shit out of him. Do not, and I repeat this is the best advice you could ever get from this channel. This is why you need to subscribe. I'm telling you right now. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'm telling you right now. Banger videos. If somebody tells you you can't do something, tell them to fuck off. I'm telling you right now. This is the best thing you could possibly do. If you want something and somebody says, oh, you can't have that thing, tell them to fuck off. They're not important. They don't matter. If you say, I want to have a six-pack, and they say, you'll never get that, fuck off. You're never gonna do anything. You're a bitch. I'm gonna go get that six-pack. If somebody says, oh, well, you're never gonna be anything in life. Well, what does that make you then? Fucking telling me that I can't do nothing in life? You're stupid. You don't know anything about me. If somebody says, oh, well, you can't build a business, you don't even know where to start. Fuck you. I'm gonna go learn. If somebody's like, you're so, like, they're just talking shit. If somebody says, well, we need you to work harder and you're already working so much harder, take your business elsewhere. Wait until they leave. Do something for yourself. If you don't like something, you don't have to do it. Live for yourself. It's so easy. It's so easy. Literally, do not care about what other people think. Do not care. And now, I know that sometimes you have to become a bit of a cuck. I know that sometimes you have to be a bit of, what's the word? You have to be a bit of a pushover. Just for a little bit, just so you can get that raise. And if you think it's worth it, if you think it's worth your dignity, then go for it. If you can recover from it, go for it. But if they keep on milking you and you're not getting what you want, get out of there. Don't do it. You don't need to do it. Stop being a pushover. It's not worth it. Like, for example, if you are being led by a leader and this leader tells you, hey, this is a good career. This career, you're working for a leader that's also your boss. And he's like, this is a good career. And you're like, okay, can I live off of this? Yes. Okay. How much am I making? They say 100,000 a year. Okay. Well, that seems promising. I'm gonna follow you then. I'll do whatever you need me to do. Okay. And that's good. You're working for a livable wage. Your boss literally tells you, hey, you're good. And you're like, okay, I'm good. I'm making 100,000. Now, the problem with this for many many jobs is you work for a leader or a boss that is like, why aren't you working hard? It's like, why am I not being paid hard? Does that make sense? Like, if you want to be paid hard, you got to work hard. It's like, no, I'm working for you. You should be paying me how much I'm worth. Does that make sense? And they're like, but you got to work hard. We need to see that initiative, that drive, that really drives you. If you want to, you know, make a whole bunch of more money, you kind of have to put in the effort. It's like, but if I put in that much effort, I might as well just take my business elsewhere and go start a business or something. And he's like, well, why don't you go do that then? And you're like, because I don't know where to start. And like, there's your problem right there. Then you can fuck off. Okay. But I'm telling you right now, if there was a company that gave you the opportunity to make 100,000 a year and they worked you really hard, like how other companies do, most people will be satisfied. It's like, look, I don't like the job, but I'm making 100,000. I'm good. I am good. You give me 100,000, you say you believe in me. I'm okay with that. If you believe in me, if I'm being recognized, I'm good. Now you're gonna be like, okay, well, there's a problem there. What's the problem? Well, what if we start them off at 100,000 and they think that that's the new low, and they want like 120,000 or 130,000, and they start getting they're not really appreciative of, you know, the 100,000 that we're giving them for working so hard. Now we got a new problem. And yes, that's exactly what could happen. But I'm telling you right now, PTSD sucks. If you want to keep on healing your PTSD, you need to be able to create and build. You need to be able to do things for yourself. You need to be able to work with people, but at the same time not work under them. You should never have to work under anybody. And that's when you get leader status, is because they're working under you now and you're not working under them. The world will always make you work under somebody. And you need to either make them work for you by you working under them, with the 48 laws of power rule, where basically the guy wanted to be like the guy who gets all, or takes care of all the money or something in the kingdom. And he was like, okay, I want to do that. And he goes up to the king and he's like, hey, I want to do that. And the king's like, okay, but you got to show me that you're worth it. He's like, okay, I will. Come to my party. And he goes to the party and there's a whole bunch of like guitar or music, and there's a whole bunch of like decorations, there's a whole bunch of like food, there's a whole bunch of like, everyone's partying, everything's great. And the king's like, this is better than what I could have done. This is like a whole mansion over here. You threw this party in your mansion, arrest him. This guy is doing way more. This guy has way more than me. Arrest him. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't be higher than your manager. You can't be higher than your dad, because they're gonna be like, okay, well, I'm egotistical. You can't be better than me. So you need to be able to work under them, but they have to give you what you want at the same time. 48 Laws of Power, I totally recommend reading it. I didn't read it at all. I just watched the video. Anyway, so the only way to move on from your PTSD is having the ability to having control, basically. Creating is having control. Building is having control. Sometimes you lose control and that gives you PTSD. But You're always going to lose control. You don't know what's going to happen in life. Life is all about mystery, but yesterday was history. Today is a gift. Tomorrow is a mystery. You never know what's going to happen. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys found it insightful, if you found it helpful, if you found it entertaining, make sure you hit the like button and make sure you hit subscribe, and comment down below if this video made sense. I do need a lot of feedback, so if you guys are confused on what I'm saying, if I'm not talking properly, if my linguistic ability is terrible, just let me know in the comments down below. I'm really open to feedback and criticism, constructive criticism, of course. But if you guys really want to support me, comment down below. I'm not asking for any money. I'm not asking for any donations. I'm just asking you that you subscribe to my channel. That's it. That's literally it. That's literally all I want. My birthday's coming up. Share this with your friends. Share this with your friends. Hit the subscribe button. Comment down below. Just engage on my content and watch all the other videos that I have. Anyways, guys, I know this is a bit of a long one, but I mean, they're all long, but I will see you in the next one, and you have a blessed day as always. Peace.